Hey ghouls, this is a video to update you about my health. Another one, but this time I do actually have a diagnosis, which is shocking because it's been how long? So if you guys aren't aware, I have been suffering for the past 3 years now with an undisclosed illness. I had no idea what was going on. I've had so many tests done, it's unreal, to the point where I had so many blood tests at one point that my vein collapsed. That was not fun for me and gave me PTSD. But anyway, I have been diagnosed with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. Two things that are not curable, which is just great, and are lifelong illnesses. This is the best way I can describe it. It seems like doctors and specialists don't fully understand it, but there's still a lot of research going on, so hopefully there'll be some answers. I'm trying to gather as much information as I can, both from specialists and just friends that have the illness, that have had it for a long time. So I'm quite lucky that I know people that have it, so I can ask as many questions as I need to, because I like to know as much information about my illnesses as possible so that I can get a grip on them and deal with them. I am an expert at dealing with my immune disorder, so I just need to get to grips with this. Basically, the best way that I can describe it is like having the flu. Everybody's had the flu at some point in their life. They've all felt heavy and lethargic and can't do anything because we're just so ill. That's all we can think about. It's vile. We feel heavy and just so tired no matter how much we sleep. It's not enough. That's what this is like. So from what they can tell me, it's usually caused by a serious life-changing event that affects your mental health or a virus. I don't think I've had any serious viruses. I know COVID has been around, but I had the vaccinations for that because of my immune disorder and my low immunity. So I did have COVID, but obviously at that point it was just like a bad cold, and I really don't think it was that. I personally think, when I think back to when all of this kind of started, I think it was living in my apartment. I think the emotional stress and just dealing with that every day for 5 years of my body being in fight or flight, not being able to sleep correctly because obviously I was by myself in a really dangerous situation. I think it was that. I really do. And I think that's been getting worse and worse and worse. And then the last few years, now that I'm not in that anymore, my body is just kind of freaking out and doesn't know what to do, because it's like, what do you mean we're not in this stressful situation anymore? So basically, your brain thinks you have a virus, so it is treating you like you have a virus. It is trying to find the problem and fix it. It's just putting all of its energy into doing that. So you get brain fog with it, which has been really bad sometimes, because obviously your brain's concentrating on doing that. When you're ill, that's all you can think about. People try and talk to you and whatever else, and you're just like so groggy. You're like, what? That's what it's like. And it's so busy trying to fix this thing that isn't there, that it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing, and you're feeling more aches and pains that are there, but they're like magnified, because obviously it's like, what about if it's this? And it's just like ramping it up, and it's horrible. And the chronic fatigue is also horrible. I watched a funny video of a guy trying to describe it, and he said it's like trying to drag a soggy mattress around with you everywhere you go, and I cannot stress how exact that is. It's so true, it's unreal. My friend who suffers from it said that we have to think about it like an energy bar. Everybody has an energy bar, but ours is obviously smaller. We have less bars in our energy bar, and we have to be careful how we spend those bars. And obviously for the past 2 years especially, I didn't know that I had this disorder, so I've just been pushing myself, and I'm like, why can I not do all of these things that I can normally do? And I'm like, no, I know I can do this. I can just put my mind to it and I can do it. And I've been going for really long walks, and I've been going on my treadmill, and I've been going to work, and I've been doing all these things that are so bad and they've been knocking me for 6 for 2 years, and I could not figure out why, and that's why. I can't do most of the things that I would normally do anymore, most of the time, and that sucks, and I'm still trying to come to grips with it. Just stuff like vacuuming lately I've been finding so difficult because my back muscles have been cramping up so much that it feels like my back's been doing this, like my ass is trying to meet my head, is the only way I can describe it. It feels like I'm bending the wrong way. I'm not, but that's how it feels. So obviously I'm vacuuming. I have a dog, so I like to use the brush and, you know, go crazy with my brush on my Hoover to get all the hair and everything else out of my carpet. And I've been doing that for I don't know how long. I can't do it anymore because it kills me. I literally can get a room done and then I'm like, this is it, I'm done. And I'll be dead the next day as well. And obviously if I've got work, I can't be like that because I have to move and stand up and do stuff when I'm at work. So it's figuring it out. I will figure it out. I will get a balance. They did prescribe me medication to relax my muscles, but I don't want to take it because it's kind of scary and I don't want to be medicated. I want to be in a place where I can control it as much as you can control it. You can't really control it because it can just throw you a hard ball. You can't really do anything. If it decides, nope, today's going to be a really bad day, which I did have the other day. I had a terrible day. I couldn't even go up the stairs. I got to the last 2 steps on my stairs and my legs felt like they had extra weights on them and I thought I was going to pass out. Just regular stairs in my house. Like, what? But for some reason it was terrible. And sometimes you feel like, oh, I'll just take a nap. That will solve my problem. You wake up worse than when you went to sleep. It does not give you more energy because your brain is still not switching off. It's still too busy. It's not recuperating. It's awful. It's literally in the name. Chronic fatigue. It's vile. But yeah, that's what I've been diagnosed with. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. I've recorded this video so many times because I've known for a couple of weeks now and I've tried to do this video but I keep missing out stuff. I keep waffling on. It doesn't come across the way that I want it to come across because obviously people hear this information and they're just like, you're just tired, or you're just anemic, or you're just this. And it's like, I wish that was true. Because I was convinced that I was just severely anemic because I go through phases of that. They checked me for that and they were like, no, you're not iron, it's absolutely fine. And I'm like, so why am I so exhausted? That's why my brain is just like, no, you can't do all those things anymore. And it does come with depression because you're just trapped in your body, you can't do anything about it. You've just got to kind of figure it out and crack on. And I've been doing that most of my life, but I will do it again. It's just one of those things, I guess. What can you do? So I might seem like cheery about it, but I have been struggling with it. I'm just hopeful, do you know what I mean? I'm just like, you know what, I've dealt with everything else, I can deal with this. I will not be defeated. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know if you've heard of it, let me know if you have any other information that I may not know. I probably do, and I probably missed it out of the video, but still share it anyway. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one with something other than a health update. Let's stop talking about my health for a minute. Let's just move on, you know? More fun things. Halloween's coming. Let's focus on that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.